Going into 2022, I have big goals and I want clarity into my future. I feel like when I have clarity in my life, I can do anything. The rest is just commitment and focus. That's why I wanted to start 2022 with a reading on Keen. When I called and spoke to my advisor on Keen, I really just wanted advice to see what my advice is for the year ahead. And she gave me a lot of valuable things to think about. We talked about the importance of knowing when to hold on to something and when to walk away. She also told me that it's really important for me in the year ahead to make sure that I have healthy boundaries. And she stressed the importance of picking my battles and to not create issues for myself and choose a hard path where I don't need to choose a hard path. So I feel like in the future, I'm definitely going to keep that advice in the back of my mind. Keen provides access to vetted spiritual advisors who provide insight and guidance on life's challenges, clarity in love, relationships, career, and more. Keen advisors are available 24/7. There's always someone online. You can also easily schedule a call with an advisor. As a new Keen customer, you can try your first 10 minutes for only $1.99. Pricing then depends on which advisor you choose, and the services are backed with a satisfaction guarantee. Keen is the most affordable way to meet new advisors. When you find the right advisor, developing an ongoing relationship leads to a number of benefits, like monthly intention setting, gaining clarity on the significance of synchronicities, chakra clearing, and any additional reasons you may have. Find out what's in store for you in 2022 and get your first 10 minutes for only $1.99 at trykeen.com/passionate. Hi Capricorn, I hope that you guys are all doing great. I send you so much love and light. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your love reading for 2022. So these are your predictions for how your love life is going to look in the year ahead. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lynn. I'm a psychic medium. This is Passionate Heart Tarot. Don't forget to like the video, you guys. Don't forget to leave me a comment, share, subscribe. Let's see what is coming in this year in your love life, Capricorn. All right, before I begin, just want to take a moment to invite the white light of the spirit. I can see Aquarius's energy here. Maybe you're on the cusp of Aquarius, Capricorn. It could be your moon or rising signs. There could be cross watchers. There's definitely a transition that's happening for you this year in your love life. You're really gonna don't worry, you're gonna go through ups and downs. I won't lie to you, you will. But I know that you're going to feel ultimately like you're on the right path and you're making the right choices. So even though there's like ups and downs, I don't see you feeling confused at the choices that you've decided to make. You won't. There's a new journey and there's a new start that's here, definitely. And I see you guys being very courageous. I see you even doing things that maybe even people around you could be cautioning you against, but you're very headstrong. You trust a lot. You're very free-spirited and you're going to do what you feel is best. There's just so much energy here of taking chances and doing things that you never thought you would do before. I wonder what that means to you, because you could even surprise yourself with how brave you become. There's a lot of, like, this is going to be a very emotional year. I know that because these cups show me into your heart. And with the 6 of Cups in reverse, that's history repeating itself. And I don't mean like good things. I mean, why does a cycle keep continuing for you guys? I ask you that because you're meant to ask yourself that. So you can recognize certain patterns and close them out, finish them out, recognize them once and for all, that kind of thing. So I can see where challenges from the past, and I feel like these are emotional challenges, could even be just personal emotional challenges. That's going to keep coming up to the surface this year until you find a way to find closure and deal with it and close it out. I can see that. Or to be fair, it could be how your person feels, what you go through, but I am reading for you. You're not going to stay anywhere where you feel you're not appreciated. Maybe you'll try it for a little bit. Maybe you'll keep giving to it. But ultimately, I know that if you feel like you're being ignored or you're not being put on the pedestal that you deserve, or you're just not being paid attention to and appreciated, I should say, the way that you deserve to be appreciated. Maybe that's why this energy of like taking a new path, because there's a new path that's here, and you don't feel like you're making the wrong choice. I will say this to anybody who happens to be a cross watcher. This is not the year to take a Capricorn for granted, because if a Capricorn feels like they're being taken for granted in any way, shape, or form, they are not going to stay in that situation. Don't think I'm implying anything, but I will be really honest with you. I think that Capricorn is in this energy of being braver than they ever have been, and of like trusting and believing. And I think that's inner trust. Looking at their life and knowing maybe even for the first time which path they're meant to go down. Because there's a lot of confidence around you this year, Capricorn. You know who you are and you're going to listen to yourself. You believe in yourself. Now, you may even end up disappointing someone around you with the choices that you make because you're choosing yourself this time. So that is what I will say is I just wouldn't take a Capricorn for granted in 2022. I wouldn't. It's a good year to tell them what it is you appreciate about them, to definitely show reciprocity. Seeing the Six of Pentacles come in reverse, that's the way that someone feels like they're very generous, and that generosity comes from a sincere place. They're generous and they don't expect things in return per se. They do expect to be treated with dignity and respect. And of course, if they're partnered with someone, they expect their partner to reciprocate that. I hope that makes sense, because they give from a selfless place, but they're not keeping receipts. They're not keeping like a list in their back pocket that they're going to pull out later and say, I did this, and that. It's just a matter of like analyzing things and really thinking about the bigger picture this year. Thinking about, okay, these choices that I make, where is this going to take me? How is this going to affect my life in a few weeks, a few months, even a few years from now? They're in a very headstrong, confident, like level-headed place. And I think that because there's a lot of thinking about what's owed to me. And I hope that I'm saying it clearly. It's not what's owed as if it's like entitled from a place like that. It's like, what's owed to me as an individual? What do I deserve as a beautiful person? What do I deserve? They're thinking about all of that. So I know that this year, Capricorn, you may experience cycles repeating themselves and feel things out and try, but ultimately I'm telling you, you will break away from what you feel you need to break away from. It's a good year to find closure, especially if you and your person are still talking about things from the past, like bringing up things from the past. Maybe even you guys get into these, it could even be arguments, disputes, however you want to look at it, and something from the past comes up. Because I can see that energy here. The past is in the present and the past interferes in the present. But this time there's a major change. And where you guys, maybe before, you put up with not receiving back what you give. Maybe you've done these things before, but you're not going to do that this year, Capricorn. That's just what I can see. That's just what I can see. And I just see where you guys feel like you're free. This is a very liberated energy. There's also like a real sense of peace in it, inner peace. Even though it's, even though you may have people that are telling you things and saying what they feel is best for you, you only choose to listen to yourself. And I wonder if you've ever done that before. I wonder if you've ever blocked everyone else out and said, you know what, I'm going to do what's best for me, and I have confidence in that. I wonder if you've ever felt this brave and this strong before, this so self-assured and confident, like you're on the right path. Listen to your intuition this year, Capricorn, because it's absolutely on point. It is. And don't think that you're going to make a wrong choice this year. This is a year where you really put things into perspective and you make all the right choices. And when I give that warning about anyone dealing with a Capricorn, I just feel like it's super important to really take that seriously. You know, that warning about if they feel like they're not receiving what they deserve based on like who they are and what they bring to the table. So there is a whole new fresh start that's here in your love life. And I can see where some of the choices that you make may bring disappointment to those around you, but you're doing what you feel is best for you. And you're not going to let that hold you back from going down the path that you feel you need to go down. Definitely in a more selfish energy, but I feel like selfish almost sounds bad. And I don't mean for it to sound bad. You're just thinking more about yourself and what you deserve. I think that you'll be surprised with the way you recognize patterns from the past. And when you because maybe you haven't lately, but you are going to this year, you may even have deja vu. You could feel that sensation. Things repeating themselves and you see it, and then you kind of stop and pause and you're in the moment more. So you'll see how you've come full circle with certain things. And it could even show growth in the connection that you have now. Because with the past repeating itself and the past coming up, you know, you may even choose to discuss with your person how they make you feel, opening up to them, because there's this like taking your bravery to the next level, like not being afraid to speak your mind, not being afraid to speak your truth, not being afraid to be really real and honest with yourself. And you're like fearless this year because you're going to do things that you haven't done before and take chances that you haven't taken before. So there's a lot of introspection, to say the least, and there's a tremendous amount of growth, and that leads to new beginnings and you feeling like you're on track. Feeling like you have made all the right choices. And what I'm telling you about how to deal with the Capricorn, maybe for a cross watcher, because when I see the star come in reverse, if someone does something to take a Capricorn for granted, you might lose them. And I know that if you lose them or you don't have the connection to them the way that it once was, you'll feel like it's one of the biggest disappointments of your life. So just treat them the way that you'd want to be treated, and really just treat them the way that deep down you know they deserve to be treated. Not saying that you wouldn't, but it is like a bit of advice from spirit. All right, you guys, that is what I can see. When it comes to feelings, especially like I see more into your own. That's how I know you're going to be like really focused on what's best for you and focused on yourself this year, Capricorn, in ways that you haven't before. There's a crazy amount of confidence around you. Confidence and security. Is that the right word? Confidence, security, optimism, trust. Like you trust yourself. And I just see you thriving this year. I see you thriving. I see you being open. You're not exactly open-minded to what people have to say. But that's only because maybe for the first time you're listening to what it is that you like. What do you want to do? This is you putting yourself first, doing what you feel is best for you. This year, things will happen for you very quickly, especially whatever it is that you put your mind to. Whatever it is that you channel your intention towards and put your mind to, you'll be able to draw that in and manifest things very quickly for yourself this year, Capricorn. So, keep that in the back of your mind and use it to your advantage. I think even some of your friends and family or your loved ones are going to be really surprised with the changes that they see you make. You're not going to let anything hold you back or stand in your way. There's an outspokenness that's here. And I just see where you choose to put yourself first in anything that you feel is not up to your standards or what you deserve. You'll see that the energy is like, I'll give it a try. Maybe I'll try it just for a little bit, but then you do it with like timing in mind. And maybe you haven't done that before. You do it with timing in mind. Like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to give it like this, however time. And if it doesn't work, then I'm moving on. And I just feel like that creates the energy of growth. It creates the energy of success. Okay, and this is how it will be when it comes to you. So anyone dealing with the Capricorn, it's very important that you keep your promises, because I'm giving you a kind of like a tip because of the way that I can see they're looking at things, analyzing things, thinking of the bigger picture and not afraid to try something new, go in a different direction. And this is not a year to keep bringing up the same old arguments and things from the past. It's important to, if it's in the past, leave it in the past. Because bringing it up it's not going to do any good, honestly. It's not, because this is the past in the present, and it brings it creates blockages. I just feel so there's this sense of pride. I feel very proud of you, Capricorn. I feel very proud with the way that you are fearless. You're not going to take anything less than you deserve. You're not going to be bound and tied by even behaviors or mistakes or experiences from the past. You don't feel like you need to hold on to certain things as a safety mechanism somehow. See, your energy is you throw that blanket off, that safety blanket off, and you're free, you're brave, you're outgoing, you're fearless. You believe in yourself in ways that you haven't believed in yourself before. And you're not going to be afraid, you're not going to make the wrong choices. You'll make all the right choices this year. And if you've been codependent at all, or if you've been someone who's maybe always been with someone, maybe you haven't been single before, you're not going to fear that at all. You're not going to fear that at all. This year, you know your worth 1,000%, and you're going to make sure that everyone else around you knows it as well. Okay, Capricorn, so I feel like you have so much inner strength that's coming to you. You're going to have so much to be proud of. And I think that what you're going to be the proudest of is yourself and certain cycles and patterns that you break. And the way that you're going to be confident in ways that you haven't been confident, trusting yourself and listening to your voice in ways that you haven't before. You will not settle for anything less than you feel you deserve. And you won't tolerate being anything less than number one in your person's like list of priorities. That is what I can see. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I send you all much love and light. I truly do. Thank you guys for being here with me. If you enjoyed the reading, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share the reading, leave me a comment. Have a beautiful year, Capricorn. Thank you for everything. And I just want to say thank you again to my friends at Keen for sponsoring today's video. I send you all much love and light, and I will see you in the next reading.